everybody! So I decided to do the my first time tag. I know it's a tag, and I tagged myself. That was me tagging myself. No one else tagged me. I couldn't find the set questions of this tag, so I just watched a bunch of videos and then stole the ones I thought were the best or that I could actually answer. Let's begin, everybody! My first word. I asked my parents at the same time, and my dad screamed that it was dada, and my mom yelled at him and said no, it was mama. And I'm gonna go with my mom. My first friend. Well, I was the youngest of 4, so obviously my sister and my brothers were my first friends, but my actual first friend was Hannah Trampanaugh. She lived across the street. Hannah and I were the same age, and then Hannah had an older sister that was the same age as Colleen. So all 4 of us hung out. Hannah and I were friends because we lived next door to each other. We had 0 in common. She wanted to grow up and be a stripper. I wanted to grow up and be a police officer. Hannah now looks like this. I look like this. Hannah was a troublemaker. Her and I fought all the time growing up, but she turned out to be one of the sweetest people I know. She has the best heart in the world. I love that girl. Her and I still talk to this day. My first pet. My family had a lot of pets all growing up. We constantly had cats and dogs and bunnies and chickens and guinea pigs and mice and rats and iguanas and snakes and tarantulas and birds all over the place all the time. But when I was 2, my parents had a cat that had a litter of kittens, and they put one on my lap and said, "This one's yours, what do you want to name it?" And I said, "Choo Choo." So that was my first cat. My first school crush. So I was homeschooled from 1st through 6th grade, but kindergarten and the first month of 1st grade I was in public school. And let me tell you, I had the biggest crush on the boy that shared the desk with me in 1st grade. He had blonde hair and it was long. My preference in men has changed. I like short, dark hair now. I don't like blondes. But this boy, he had the Justin Bieber hair before anyone even knew who Justin Bieber was. I don't even think Justin Bieber was born yet. But I really, really liked him, and I shared my erasers with him. Physical. Yeah, I don't remember his name. I don't have the yearbooks, but I had a massive crush on him until he went up to me at recess and asked me if I wanted to play handball with him and his friends. I thought he was too pushy, so I stopped liking him. My first kiss. My first kiss was my first boyfriend when I was 16 years old on top of a playground structure thing. His name was Kevin Scholes. He was like, "Hey, will you go out with me?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Can I kiss you?" And I said, "Yeah." And then we pecked. It was the most pathetic kiss in the whole world. I was like, thing. Which goes into my first boyfriend. My first boyfriend was Kevin Scholes at 16. I refused to date before I could drive because I thought it was so just ridiculous and stupid to go on a date and have my mom or my dad drive us. That's not it. No. I dated Kevin Scholes for 8 months? I really hope he doesn't watch this. My first celebrity crush. Obviously, it was Uncle Jesse from Full House. I mean, come on, people. I still have a crush on him. Have you seen him recently? He's gorgeous. Why did I have a crush on like a 30-year-old man when I was 6? My first job. Okay, well, all growing up, I did this thing where I got money any way I possibly could. I was a schemer. I was an entrepreneur, actually. I would walk down to the gas station that was like 2 blocks from my house, buy a bunch of candy, then bring it back to my neighborhood and sell it to kids for double the price because they weren't allowed to walk to the gas station because they didn't have older siblings like I did that could take them there. I was a little schemer. I was awesome. But my first official tax-paying job was 17 years old, Treehouse Restaurant. I was a hostess. My first car I got when I was 16 years old. My parents bought it for me for my sweet 16. It was a white Volvo, and my birthday morning, I woke up, my parents were like, "Let's go get your birthday breakfast before you go to school." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we get out and my mom was like, "Do you want to drive?" And I was like, "Yeah," because I had my permit at that time. So we walk out of my house And my mom was like, okay, here, we can drive your car, and then tossed me the keys, and I look over and I see a white Volvo sitting there. And I was stoked. I was so happy, and it was a piece of junk, but it's the biggest piece of junk I've ever loved that much. I loved that thing. All my friends loved it. The AC didn't work. We called it 460 AC, 4 windows down, going 60 miles an hour. It was horrible, and I loved that thing so much. All right, my first tweet. I actually went back and found it on Twitter, typed in like Twitter history or something on Google and found it, and it was pretty lame. And I'm pretty sure I didn't tweet it. And then I think my friend Rachel Wentling tweeted it for me because she made my Twitter. And then I tweeted this, so clearly I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't go back on Twitter for like a year after this account was made. All right, my first MySpace picture. Okay guys, I haven't gone in MySpace in 4 years, so when I went back on to find my first MySpace picture, I didn't know how in the world to work it. I couldn't find it. Seriously, I went and got Colleen. We spent a half hour of trying to find where in the world my first MySpace picture was. It doesn't exist. I'm just showing you guys the profile picture I currently have on MySpace. I was 18. I don't know why I was on MySpace when I was 18, or when I already had Facebook. I thought it was so hot. My first video. I have been on YouTube for a really, really, really long time. But my first video wasn't like normal YouTube video stuff. It's not like it is today, because when YouTube first came out, people weren't like YouTubers. My first ever video was Hey Daddy. Colleen and I used to do videos for my dad for his birthday and for Father's Day, and we just did a little lip syncing. And it was really lame. Oh, it's still public. You guys can still watch it. Here you go. Here's the link to it. First video I posted when I was like, I'm gonna start doing YouTube regularly, was annoying pregnant people. And I went on a rant with my sister about how pregnant women can be very annoying if they proceed life in a certain way. Okay, that's all of my firsts that I've decided to tell you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Since this is a tag video, I'm gonna tag people in it, even though I wasn't tagged to begin with. So I tagged my sister Colleen Ballinger and my fabulous roommate Corey DeSoto. You're allowed to use different questions. That's okay. I don't even know what the right set of questions is. Please subscribe to see new videos every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Tuesday I do what pisses me off. Sunday and Thursday I do whatever I want. Comment below and tell me if you have the same firsts as I do. I mean, come on, Uncle Jesse, guys. Whose first crush wasn't Uncle Jesse? Come on. And remember guys, stay awesome, possums.